All right, what's up, guys? This is Showtime with Showtime Shredded Fitness over here. How's everybody doing today? Size, growth, wash, get big. All right. I just wanted to get you guys' opinion on something over here. Some of you guys are for the quarantine, some are against. I personally, at least for the short run, I'm all for it. I think it's a great idea. I think the better we can contain this until we figure out some kind of a cure, or at least something that slows it down, prevents it. I mean, any fucking thing, right? It's progress towards getting a handle on this, right? Because right now it's controlling us, and we're not controlling it. But we're kind of getting a little bit of positive ground on it. So I'm all for the quarantine. What I'm curious of you guys is see how many of you guys agree with me on that. I think that it's kind of a scary thing that we just were like, nobody cared that the places do this, because people go, oh, it's worldwide. I get it, but look at the way fucking the worldwide is, right? So many dictatorships and freaking communist leaders and all this other thing, Yet we don't want to be communist, and then I'm anti-American for saying this is bullshit that the government made this call for us. So let me break it down and let you know what I meant by that. Okay. I think we should have voted on it. And you guys are going to be saying, no, that's not true because there's not enough time. Well, there was enough time, right? Because we have President Trump in office who knows how to make decisions on the drop of a hat, right? He could improv, okay? I get it. If we had a different president, we might be in trouble because they're just like the rest of the people in Congress and the House of Representatives. If we pass a bill and we vote on something, it takes 20 years to vote on something, okay? And we're all going to be dead by then, right? If the virus is as quick to spread as it has been thus far. Fair enough? And so I get that, okay? We can't make a bill through Congress and the House of Representatives. We can't trust them. Why? Because the average congressman and House of Representatives is 135 years old. It takes them two days just to get to work, right? And then once they're at work, all they do is argue and never come to a conclusion, and they never come to a compromise. Okay, fair enough. So my point is, all we got to do here is have Trump do an emergency deal. He turns to his tech guy, right? He says, make an app so that everybody can download this app onto their phone, and we're going to vote on this quarantine thing. We have it, whatever it is, 15 days, 30 days, whatever it is, right? And we're going to vote on it. And you don't think that this chicken shit is so many people are of this disease, and rightly so, right? It got my attention and respect, after a few days, right? The more I looked into it, investigated, did my research and all that, okay? So people call me uneducated and all this stuff. And I wasn't disagreeing with that, and I did my research on it, and I think that the quarantine is the right thing to do, but so do most people, right? And so that thing would have passed, okay? You got, Trump would announce you got 12 hours, 24 hours, whatever it is. You got to give people at least that much time to adapt from doing their normal everyday life and work and business and everything else. We had way more time than that to get prepped to do the quarantine, right? So while we're voting on it, he's getting us prepped already. Hey, fuckers, if this passes, right? Here's the route we're going to take. We're going to be quarantined in, so everybody's mind's already right, okay? Plus, we voted on it, so we feel more secure in our decision, right? Because, again, it would have fucking passed. I would have voted for it, okay? I'm not saying what the government did was wrong in making us quarantine locked down, okay? I think that's the right thing to do. In fact, I'm very impressed with the way the government did the stimulus package, and they freaking got people in who were in unemployment and DSHS. If you haven't ever worked for the government before, you haven't worked in those offices, if you haven't done PR, or you haven't done public relations with people, this is PR or public, the same thing, right? PR is just an acronym for it. But if you haven't worked with large volume of complaints and claims and issues, it's a big fucking deal, okay? And these phones are just being bombarded, right? And rightly so. Everybody's out of work. Nobody's got bennies. It's a motherfucker, right? So the way that they stepped up and handled that shit, it's spot on. I'm very impressed with everything we've done, as a community. After we started getting into this breakout, I thought, man, it's going to be the end of the world before even anything happens, because people can't even behave themselves in grocery stores and find no fucking toilet paper, for crying out loud, right? I thought we were going to be way too weak for this shit, but people are hanging in there pretty damn good and getting adapted and getting used to things pretty well, right? And so that's my only concern, is you guys got to keep your eyes on the swivel for when we come out of this, we may or may not be a free country anymore, and things are going to go back to normal in the beginning if we knock this out pretty quick, and we get to go back to normal. And everybody's going to think they have their freedom. Remember, they do something once, they can do it even easier the next time, okay? They've already changed the Constitution at least twice, right? They took away the right to self-medicate, right? People go, oh, that's great. People shouldn't take street drugs or prescription drugs without a specific reason from a doctor and this and that, right? So the American people missed it. Yes, great idea. Just yank that out of the Constitution. Just rip it right out of the fucking rule book, right? So we change the Constitution. That's not good. Then we change it again with the right to bear arms. Well, you can bear certain types of arms. People don't realize it's just getting them to take more. And then, of course, the law that I probably my favorite of the three is that I like is that businesses can't have people smoking in there, right? Gets in your eyes, gets your hair, gets in the kids breathe it, gets in your clothes. It's a horrible, horrible thing, right? Well, we passed that law that just kind of things like more of a business owner decision. So, like I said, I love the law. I love the fact that you can't smoke in public except if you go outside. However, the government will make that decision, not the business owners. Again, that just kind of shows they can mess with our rights, okay? But it is what it is. Hopefully we get a handle on this disease, and then we'll deal with the next step, because what's done is done. I'm not freaking out about it. I was really concerned in the beginning. Now just whatever happens, because I'm already in the zone. And it's just that somebody else brought this thing up, and so I thought I'd make a video on it, because now I'm not the only person thinking this. And I already left that in the background. I already know it's done now. It's already been written. It's already in the tablets and scriptures. It's done. So there's no need to make a big deal out of it anymore, right? Because obviously they can quarantine us down. They can quarantine us down for as long as we want, because they've already done that without a vote. So what's done is done. Just hopefully in the future, once they get hold on things, we'll hopefully be smart about it the next time and force at least try to force the government to we fight over toilet paper. It's going to be pretty tough to make a stand against the government, right? A lot of people talk a lot of shit, and then shit hits the fan and they're running the other way, whereas other people with military experience, and see, I've done military, and I've done law enforcement, and I've done bodybuilding, and any of those three things at a higher level, if you go to war, or you at least train for war, if you don't go to war, so you have to remind yourself that you may or may not come home, okay? So you got to get your mind right before you even go to war, okay? So that's one step, and then the other one is law enforcement. You put in your life, whether you're working in a prison, you're outnumbered 125 to 1, or you got a 9mm pistol, and you come around the corner there, and you got a rival gang that's war on drug type of thing, and they freaking surround you and start shooting at you. You may or may not come home, right? So there is definitely, for sure, a very, very dangerous element to both of those things. And then in bodybuilding, it's very healthy unless you go with your top NPC amateur or IFBB pro. Now, same thing. You may collapse and dead in the gym, on stage, at home with your family, while you're driving down the road, hopefully not, so you don't hurt somebody else. But, you can be hospitalized or die in that sport at any time, too. It's very dangerous. So when this whole virus came out, I'm just like, before I started really researching, oh shit, what I worry about is passing on to other people. But as far as maybe getting a disease and dying, it's like, we got to worry about all kinds of other things through lifestyles, like a hardcore bodybuilding lifestyle. There can be some health things that can pop up, and you can get something like heart disease or liver malfunction or kidney dialysis or whatever else, right? Go into a coma, depending on what the athlete is taking. And so it's very dangerous. So to worry about, I might get a virus and die. So, it's just another day for me, right? I don't care. But the only thing about, shit, but you could pass it on to your kids, or your wife, or your freaking parents, or your grandparents, or somebody else that you may or may not care about. But you're going to feel like shit if you're an actual person that fucking gives a shit about other people, right? So I don't worry about myself dying. That's why I take these drugs, and that's why I get in the entertainment business. That's why I get into military, law enforcement, all that other stuff, is so I can help keep other people safe. I put myself last. You have to, if you're going to protect people, because if you try to protect yourself, you ain't jumping in front of somebody and taking a bullet, right? You got to put that on the wayside. You got to put yourself last, and everybody else that you're there to protect first, right? Within reason. The bad guys, you put yourself before the bad guys, right? Here I am, so that's the thing. So this whole thing about, I'm glad I don't live in Thailand or some inferior country like that, because we can get shot if we're not adhering to quarantine. This is this easy. They can make the rules like this. You don't think that's not coming if we don't start demanding the right to vote on this shit? Some food for thought, Y'all might think I'm a big musclehead, selfish bodybuilder and all that stuff that just cares about myself and the weights and all that stuff, and you're entitled to your opinion, but I might know just a little bit more than you think I know, right? Most things I don't know nothing about nothing, but I did sign up to serve my country, and so I feel like I'm not serving my country if I don't remind you of your rights, and if they're important to you, you might want to fight for them a little bit, right? Fair enough? All right, it's been Showtime. Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big. All right. Take care. God bless.